Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about training camp. Trotter Jr. continues to ball out. Also, Ty Robinson, talked about him 2 days ago, but yesterday it was a struggle. Can't front. It was definitely a struggle. We're going to talk about Kelee Ringo, just all the notes, man. Johnny Wilson, struggling, Ainias Smith, rising up. We're going to talk about it all. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. It was a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to wait till it's like a walkthrough day. It's no notes because it's a lot of notes. I'm going to try to go through as much as possible. But first, we got to talk about the injury report. And remember 2 videos ago, or probably 3, I was like, I think Andrew McCouber got nicked up. He got back up, and I think he played the extra play. But yesterday, he was out. He had a little limp, but I read that it was a shoulder injury. Jalen Carter came back. So it was a couple injuries, man. Devontae Smith dealing with some back soreness. Smile Munden, he was sick. Kenyon Green and Cam Jurgens, they were limited. So, yeah, again, there was a couple injuries, like small injuries, but I didn't like how McCouber looked, but it looked like it was something he had come back from. It wasn't nothing like, he's going to miss a lot of time. Then, the conversation start coming up. Is he actually too small? He is under 200 pounds. This is a wait and see thing. We'll find out if he is too small. We'll find out if he able to gain a little bit more weight. But his playing style, that was the knock on him. Like, he play fast. And with that, it's a lot of collision. You could get hurt. But also Danny Gray was hurt as well. So those are 2 that collide and both were out. So that lets you know how big the collision was over the middle. So they started with the 1v1s, and the first tweet, or even in my notes, the first thing I have here is Eli Ricks versus Johnny Wilson. And Eli Ricks getting some positive news out there about him, and Johnny Wilson is getting some negative news out there about him. So Eli Ricks break up a pass on Johnny Wilson, and we're going to talk about Johnny Wilson later in the video, how bad he struggled yesterday. But Eli Ricks, I'm just telling you, the defense did their thing. So shout out to Eli Ricks. Haven't heard his name too much. All the talk been about Adoree Jackson and Kelee Ringo, and how Kelee Ringo is struggling. Adoree Jackson is having a decent camp. Haven't heard too much about the other corners. Well, of course, McWilliams, we're going to talk about him a little bit too. But other than that, everybody else been pretty quiet, so it's good to hear Eli Ricks' name get out there. Also on the 1v1s, I heard it was a cinema watching A.J. Brown versus Quinyon Mitchell. They've been going at it. And when A.J. Brown catches the ball over Quinyon Mitchell, it's like, wasn't easy. Let me just say that. It wasn't easy. It was a battle. It's like a battle, a warfare out there when those 2 1-on-1. And Quinyon Mitchell even caught a pick, I believe, in 11-on-11s against A.J. Brown. And, he did a good job. Let's say that. It looked like Quinyon Mitchell would not have a sophomore slump, but him and A.J. Brown, just iron sharp as iron right there. So that's why I always say I wish this stuff was public, because this is something I want to see, Quinyon versus A.J. Brown. But yeah, those 2, they've been going at it. I say that. And when you hear A.J. Brown, it's like cooking. He's usually on the opposite corner. But when he's on Quinyon Mitchell, he cooks because that's A.J. Brown. But Quinyon Mitchell make it one hell of a fight. Speaking of cook, let's talk about Elijah Cooks. I think he could be tight end 3. I'm hearing Grant Calcaterra is running away with tight end 2, but Elijah Cooks makes another one of those phenomenal catches over Adoree Jackson. Mind you, this is a cornerback. You don't want to hear a tight end, possibly Mawson, our starting cornerback. But Elijah Cooks been having a very great camp, catching the ball, blocking. It's hard to really judge that, to me, in my personal opinion, is because there's no pads. They only had shoulder pads on. But Elijah Cooks is a guy who can make this team. So watch out for Elijah Cooks, like the Montrell Johnsons, and here's another guy I'm forgetting, but those the top two. Whereas though they started at the bottom, and now you could see like a big name might get cut because those two are so good, and you don't want them to hit the open market. Jihaad Campbell, he started rough. It was like a rough start for him, but to me, he ended the day really well. He had a couple like 1v1s, and to be fair, a linebacker in open space, it's not that good. Will Shipley was cooking them. The other running back, Keelan Robinson, was cooking them. So he just wasn't having the best day in coverage, but it's a linebacker 1v1s coverage. So let's shoot Jihaad Campbell some bail with that. Ainias Smith played the big role. Surprisingly to me, I thought it was going to be Terrence Marshall Jr., Jihaad Dotson, and AJ Brown, but they chose Ainias Smith, who's been having a phenomenal camp. He was out there with the first team, and he beat Cooper DeJean a couple times. So that's not an easy task to do. Like I said, I'm hearing Ainias Smith look a lot faster. I guess some practices, whatever he was doing with AJ Brown, is getting this dude better. So Ainias Smith had a very positive day. I haven't heard much about Jihaad Dotson. I'm not sure what type of day he had, but Ainias Smith, again, great day by him. Terrence Marshall Jr. had a good day again, but, they chose Ainias Smith over him. So far to me, it's looking like Ainias Smith and Terrence Marshall Jr. for those last two spots, because even with Ainias Smith, you can still get him on special teams, if anything. This is a guy, y'all gonna get mad at me, Trotter Jr. Trotter Jr. is having a great camp, y'all. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. Y'all keep saying, "Oh, what you don't like Jihaad Campbell?" Or "Oh, you think he really gonna start over Jihaad Campbell?" The way it's going, I think he might start over Jihaad Campbell. When y'all hear Jihaad Campbell is rotating in the mix, y'all thinking Trotter Jr. is coming off the field. No, it's not. It's Zach Bond coming off the field. One of the things was that Jihaad Campbell and Trotter Jr. look really good together, playing together. But we all know Zach Bond is not sitting on the bench. We all know that. So what's happening here is that when Trotter Jr. said like year two, I'm prepared, I'm ready, he was dead serious. He looked good out there. He got a PBU against Dallas Goedert. I think he got a PBU and against Grant Calcaterra. He's seeing the middle of the field well. A.J. Dillon had an open space to run. Trotter Jr. read it. Jihaad Campbell came and cleaned up as well. Great stop by both of the linebackers. But Trotter Jr. is getting a lot of playing time. And I wanted to make sure I'm double checking my notes, guys. So I'm looking it up. Tim McManus even put it out there too. He like, yeah, Jihaad Campbell's getting all the national coverage because he's the big name. But Trotter Jr., bro, he's having a good camp. Let me just say that. I'm not going to say who's going to start. Let me just say Trotter Jr. is having a great camp. I'm not saying he's better than Jihaad Campbell. Jihaad Campbell could have a high trajectory over Trotter Jr., but if you ask me, July 29th, 2025, Trotter Jr. looks good. That's all I'm saying. Don't sleep on him. I know y'all want to. All I'm saying is don't sleep on Trotter Jr. I know we drafted Jihaad Campbell for a reason. I know we did. And y'all know I was excited to have him. But I had the report was out there and was out there right now. Trotter Jr. looks good. While Jihaad Campbell's getting all the coverage. Trotter Jr. doesn't have a big name. He's having a good camp. That's it. Wanted to talk about the safeties a little bit. I thought it was like kind of a moot point with Drew Makuba being out. Sidney Brown got all the reps. It wasn't no like rotating in Tristan McCullum or rotating in Andre Sam. Like it was Sidney Brown and it was Reed Blankenship. So that lets you know the real battle right now is Sidney Brown versus Andrew Makuba. And if Andrew Makuba can't stay healthy, it's going to be Sidney Brown's spot for the foreseeable future unless we sign somebody to battle with him or trade for somebody. One of the things I know is a big argument, shout out to LB, he put it out there, like, yo, we need a corner or a safety. Like, we need to trade for somebody. But I put under the post, like, yeah, last time I crashed out, and I crashed out on Nolan Smith, and I crashed out on Nakobe Dean. You can look at some of my most popular videos. I crashed the hell out because them dudes were not playing good. And when the season started, yeah, I sound like a jackass. So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's give it time. Let's see what Sidney Brown can do. Let's see what Kelee Ringo can do. But speaking of Kelee Ringo, another day, another struggle. Now, Adoree Jackson just started 3 training camp days in a row. Kelee Ringo, he comes in, he struggles. As bad as I want to crash out, I have to let this thing play out. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Guess what? I'm not going to be fooled twice. I'm not going to crash out on them. I'ma sit pretty. I'ma just wait and see. Because if you're getting beat by A.J. Brown, it's nothing embarrassing about that. But when you start hearing like Terrence Marshall Jr. and this guy beating you, that's when it start hurting. So this is one I have to wait and see. I don't want to crash out. I just don't want to do it. I don't. I'm going to see preseason. I'm going to see as days go. If we make a move, see who start. Because remember, it was Devin White and Zach Bond. And then week 1, it's like, no, Devin White, you're gone. It's going to be, Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond. And this was one of the best, if not the best duo in the NFL. So wait and see. Wait and see, man. Some dudes are practice guys. Some dudes are ballers. So we'll see what Kelee Ringo, what he can do. But let's speak about another young guy that struggled a bit. Rookie, and it's expected. Ty Robinson struggled. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He did make some plays against the second and third team, but they put him in with the first team a couple times. He had a tense battle with, I believe, Jordan Mailata. Jordan Mailata, brick walled them paws. Basically, he couldn't move for like 6 seconds. Clint Hurt call him over, curse him out. Like, yo, bro, like, what you doing? Like, like going off on Ty Robinson. But what I have to say about Ty Robinson, he is a rookie. It's Jordan Mailata. Come on, like, we talking about the best left tackle in the league. So you're only going to get better. You're only going to get better. Ty Robinson, keep your head up, man. That's Jordan Mailata. That's Jordan Mailata. You're a rookie. You'll get there, bro. You'll get there. Now, in yesterday's video, I was just talking about Montrell Johnson, and he's starting to get coverage. Like, I even seen Elliott short parts. I got to hear my notes as well. I wasn't going to forget. But, yeah, he's making strides. He's making noise. Elliott short parts even put it like, man, he's good. It's just I don't see how he can make the team. Like, he's really good. And I'm looking at it like, maybe we keep 4 running backs. I don't know, man. This guy is good, y'all. This Montrell Johnson, he's good. And that's why I had to put out a video about him the other day, because I'm like, I just keep seeing his name in my notes, and I keep forgetting to talk about it, and it was making me mad. But, yeah, Montrell Johnson is balling. He is balling. They say it's the way he move. I gotta see it at the NFL level. It's like, yo, the way he cuts, the way he find holes, and he's a bruiser. It's like it's a crazy combination you have to see. But a lot of people like, yo, we might just roll with, of course, A.J. Dillon. We're not going to trade, not trade. We're not going to cut Will Shipley. Will Shipley is having a decent camp too. But the real battle is Dillon and Montrell Johnson. So we'll watch that battle as time goes, especially when preseason and stuff. I know somebody put in my comments like, wow, like week 2 and week 3 of the preseason is when you see the backups, but week 2 and week 3 of the preseason is so boring. Maybe because I'm trying to prepare myself for the regular season, but that's when you'll get the real, like, okay, who's gonna be on this team, who's not. But Montrell Johnson continues to make noise. But speaking of a guy that continues to make noise as well as McWilliams. McWilliams, this is more embarrassing for Johnny Wilson, but we're going to big up McWilliams because he's been stringing along. Really good camp. First, he started in the dime packages because Andrew Makuba was out. Remember, they was having Andrew Makuba like in the dime packages in the slot. So they put McWilliams there, which makes sense. He did a really good job. Johnny Wilson was open in the middle of the field against a McWilliams who is 5'10". Mind you, McWilliams is 5'10". Johnny Wilson is 6'6". The quarterback, I think it was Tanner McKee, put the ball right on the money, and McWilliams shut him down. 6'6" versus 5'10". 6'6" versus 5'10". Now, should I condemn Johnny Wilson or should I big up McWilliams? I don't know, but let's talk about Johnny Wilson. He had a couple good days, but man, you just... I always say this about him, right? Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson is 6'6", but he plays like he's 5'6". He's 6'6", but he plays like he's 5'6". I don't want to call the dude soft, but he's in the NFL. Like, bruh, you got to overpower these dudes. Like, yo, bruh, you 6'6", bro. Like, you 6'6". Like, you got the frame to be a dog. Why aren't you a dog? I don't get it. Bro needs some intense workouts with like AJ Brown or something. Like some really intense workouts, bro. Like I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand how you could be that tall, that rangy, got bad hands, look like you can't take a tackle, and you got dudes that's 5'10" shutting you down. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Johnny Wilson has to be better, or he's going to get cut. A team will give him a chance. But right now, man, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good at all, bro. It ain't looking good. Speaking of not looking good, man, I got a lot of negative news, man. I'm sorry to be negative Nancy, but Tyler Steen, y'all going to get on me about this, but he ain't playing like he... I don't want to say he ain't it. I was just about to say he ain't it. But, bro, Moro Ojomo is abusing that dude. Remember the other day I was saying Jordan Davis and those guys was abusing this dude. Right now, man, it's not looking good for Tyler Steen. Tyler Steen, look it up. This is not equal out just picking on Tyler Steen. You want to do your own research, look up Tyler Steen on Twitter. Look on Google. Look on wherever you read your articles. John McMullen and those guys. Not looking good. They're giving him a lot of first-team reps. I give the Eagles that. They're giving him a shot. But he ain't looking good. He's not. And you got dudes hungry. You got Matt Pryor right behind him. You got Keegan, who I like that we drafted last year, right behind him. They all want that spot. They all want that spot. And he is not looking good. And I'm telling you, is it Moro Ojomo emerging to be a star, or Tyler Steen is just not that good? Now let's talk about the QB room a little bit. I know Jalen Hurts didn't have his best day. Like I stated earlier, he threw a pick. Tanner McKee didn't have his best day. Kyle McCord threw a pick. But the quarterback that had a really good day was DTR, and DTR is stringing along some good days. That's really good, but that's something Kyle McCord has to watch out for. It's that DTR, like, yo, he's breathing down Kyle McCord's neck. At first, OTAs and stuff like that, DTR struggle. But it look like he getting used to the playbook, used to the players he's playing with. Yeah, he making like NFL throws. It's like, oh, snap. That's DTR. That's the guy we thought he was going to develop to be. DTR is stringing along some really good days, and he has second team reps, third team reps. Cal McCord, got to get it together, man. Got to get it together. I thought the Eagles would never cut a draft pick, but I seen them do it last year with our center, or they do these funny games that act like you're hurt just to get DTR on the team. So Cal McCord, you got to pick it up, man. Got to pick it up. Got to get my guy Moro Ojomo back to Moro Ojomo. Got to give him some props. Yeah, I went in on Tyler Steen, but Moro Ojomo had Landon Dickerson looking a little crazy too. People are convinced, like, yeah, Moro Ojomo, yeah, he's going to take over Milton Williams' spot, but there's a possibility he will be better than Milton Williams. There's a possibility he's going to get $100+ million somewhere. If not with us. If not with us. Let me just say that. Man, the salary cap going up. I don't want to keep letting our rotational pieces walk. I just don't want that to keep happening. But if it happens, Moro Ojomo deserve it. But he's been doing a lot of abusing on Tyler Steen. But he's been working Landon Dickerson too. So Moro Ojomo is emerging. I haven't heard much about Jalen Carter. I know he came back, but I haven't heard much. But Moro Ojomo, once again, doing Moro Ojomo things. And he also getting some edge rushing reps. So that lets you know we're trying to keep Moro Ojomo on the field. We're trying to find a way. So he's getting edge snaps, defensive tackle. Like, this dude he's one of those ones for sure. Sidney Brown almost caught a pick. It was one of those, like, wow picks, but he dropped it and he made a wild play. Like, he jumped in front of a ball. I think it was getting thrown to a tight end if I'm not mistaken. It was McKee that threw the ball though. I think it was underthrown, and Sidney Brown almost made that wild play. So Sidney Brown starts it off like he's the first one to pop with like a wild play between the safeties. The safety's been, I don't want to say lackluster. It's hard to do too much as a safety with no pads as well. But he was the one that, like, okay, like he's trying to make a name for himself. So Sidney Brown, he getting his name out there. I know a lot of you guys think I'm biased when it comes to Sidney Brown, which possibly am. I love my guy Sidney Brown. But yeah, he's making plays out there. Thomas Booker, want to talk about him a little bit. Thomas Booker, 1v1s, look good. Of course, up against Tyler Steen. Beating Tyler Steen badly, I heard. So that's why I said when it comes to Tyler Steen, he just had a bad day in general, man. 1v1s, 11 on 11s. Just not a good day, but it was a good day for our defensive line. Azeez Ojulari as well got a sack on the second team. And Azeez, keep doing you, man. This is the first time I seen your name in my notes. So Azeez Ojulari, keep doing you, man. Another rook that struggled. Another rook, Cam Williams out of Texas. The guy we got a lot of hopes for. But remember the guy we signed, Obi Okoronkwo, made Cam Williams look bad. I think it was against the third team. I mean, Obi could play. Obi could definitely play. And Cam Williams, he is a rookie. So let's get Cam Williams some time. He didn't have the best day. I mean, besides like the Jordan Malatas, the Lane Johnson, you can say pretty much our O-line had a bad day. Now, Landon Dickerson struggled against Moro Ojomo, but other than that, he was pretty good. Man, that right guard spot and what's going on with our rookies on the second and third team, it just wasn't that good for the O-line. Wasn't that good for the offense in general. So, again, Okoronkwo could play. Cam Williams looked bad. We got another day. They're going to have on shoulder pads and all types of pads, pause. And it's going to be some real contact football Tuesday. All we could hope is no injuries. This was probably one of my longest videos, but it was a lot of notes, man. I wanted to get through as much as possible, but that's all I got for you guys, man. Let me know if I forgot anything. Let me know in the comments, man, how you guys feel about this one. I went in on Tyler Steen a bit, but it had to be said. Went in on the offense in general, but it had to be said. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.